And one of the guys says that he had stomach aches after reading the comments. So much anxiety, so much unresolved issues. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that you perceived as being decent, but after some time, after interacting with them, you realize that there's something odd, something strange with them. And in some cases that can be expressed through their interaction with other people. When a person is generally well respected, looked up to amongst their peers, but there can be one incident of something specific that can trigger their inner deepest fears. And in this case, I'm talking about being triggered by internet trolls. Many of us who are trying to master their emotions would brush it off as being something mundane and nothing to lay your focus upon. But in other instances where people have responsibilities towards public opinion and how they are perceived in their community, it can reveal some dark secrets. I have reacted on several Jubilee videos, and today I have a video about one of their producers facing their haters, people who leave mean comments under their videos. And I want to talk about another manifestation of selfishness and how you taking yourself too seriously might result in anxiety and psychosis, where you are so distanced from the reality and the picture of how average people live their lives that you become very shocked upon this type of freedom of speech. The point is just to convey how you taking yourself too seriously can be ridiculous and cause you a lot of anxiety. Let's see what she has to say.
I'm Bonnie, and I'm a director at Jubilee. I've been with Jubilee for exactly a year now, and I've directed, I think, close to 20 videos. That's me. As video creators and directors, we put a ton of weight on the comment section of our videos. There can be thousands of amazing comments, but the one critical, hurtful, or flat-out hateful one we come across will be the one that sticks with us and eats away at us for days, weeks, even. So I decided to start reaching out to some of our haters, particularly those who have commented on my own videos, to see if they'd be interested in talking with me face-to-face. Neither one of us really knows who's on the other side, and maybe that's the problem.
I guess you can be cut off from the reality when you never post any social media picture or content. This is something new that is caused by digitization. If before we were hanging out with people and associating with like-minded, try to avoid other type of people who are not on our level. Today, because social media is such a free market, we encounter different types of people from different walks of life, and what you perceive to be rude can be everyday life situation for another person. So there you have a cultural clash, a shocking moment of something that you never experienced.
So let's begin. I don't even know where to start. Like, who do I just have to respond to like the meanest ones, right? Do I give terrible people more of a platform to talk about that disgusting POS? Seriously, Jubilee, what the heck are you doing? I guess anything for the views, huh? Oh, okay. I'm literally frozen. It's been 10 minutes and I have not even commented. Oh my god, okay.
One of the reasons why people leave comments with such ease, especially rude ones, because we don't have to face consequences. We are, for the most part, are being anonymous. The reason why we filter ourselves when we're out and about and interacting in real life is because we don't want to get any bad reputation. And reputation is like an oxygen for us. It's a priority in our genetic predisposition, being social creatures. And ruining your own reputation might mean death when nobody trusts you and you don't have communal approval. You will be outcast. But having a fake name and fake picture on your social media account leaves it totally free for you to filter yourself in any way you want, which means that you don't have to take responsibility for your actions. And for that reason, it's up to you to say whatever you want. Of course, coming off as a shock for people who are not used to such language and attitude towards themselves.
Let's just go. This is the comment that says I should be fired. This one sucks, boo. Do it just be me or do Jubilee do be sucking though? Jubilee's garbage. There's so many comments. Oh, so much respect. Jubilee Media is a dangerous platform and in pursuit of empathy they've already given stage to climate deniers. I just appreciate me email. Why? Jubilee's middle ground is awful.
Because a full discussion is never shown, ideas are never fully fleshed out and no meaningful conclusion is met. Everyone leaves the discussion having learnt nothing.
First of all, his description for the video is challenge conventional thinking my R's. Lol.
Oh, God. Well, this one is so long and it hurts my heart.
Anyway, she checks out a lot of rude comments that trigger her, and she is feeling very bad and anxious about that. I will link the video down in the description box so you can watch it in its entirety. I can't even fathom how much performance anxiety Bonnie has, because she takes everything so personally without understanding that you are not your creation. Although you take responsibility to what you put out there, it cannot be created from a place of you taking a part of yourself and putting out there for others' judgment. Criticism is inevitable, and you should be able to tackle it with open-mindedness.
I just keep saying this is a horrific way to handle the subject matter. Like, wow, that one makes me want to like cry and like lay down. There's something about the...
You see, she takes it like it's her baby that is being criticized, which in a way it is. But you have to understand that it comes from a place of selfishness. You taking yourself too seriously. In other words, being attached to the concept of who you are. And a personality that is not malleable is doomed to suffer.
Me Too episode that's like kind of horrifying for me. To tackle something that like means so much to me and put so much work into it and then have it be perceived as negligent is really, really hard. It's so weird. It like takes you back to being like a kid where you like want the bully to like you. Isn't that so, oh.
Yeah, that says a lot about you, that you have a lot of unprocessed baggage. And I would like to say that this is not a personal attack towards Bonnie. She's just an example. This is only for educational purposes. I have nothing against her nor Jubilee. I think they're doing a great job exploring different topics about different types of people, ideas, ideologies. I merely try to point out things where you in your own personal life might feel without even recognizing what that really means. When you're anxious about something that you have produced, it showcases your deep attachment to your own ideologies and ideas, that what you do cannot be wrong. And yes, you might say that those comments are very rude and personal, but when you're in a business of producing things for the public eye, you cannot be this emotionally susceptible for external attacks. I guess she has been working on Jubilee just for 1 year, so she hasn't developed that thick skin yet.
Not that I think they're bullying me, like I don't know. Oh my god, that one hurt like a lot. And once we sent out all of those comments and DMs and tweets and emails, we then just kind of had to wait.
Don't get me wrong, I know what she's going through. I've been there myself, and not just with this channel. I've been experiencing that kind of rejection, if you might put it like that, long before. Heck, the average dude who is doing online dating knows what I'm talking about. But when you're experiencing that kind of anxiety, you have to examine yourself, look at yourself in the mirror and ask the right questions. Is there something that I can do to influence my current situation in a positive way? Can I prevent those people from leaving rude comments? And the answer obviously is no. So what is left for you is to try and rationalize this situation and come up with the things that you really can influence, which leaves you with only one thing: your own mind, your own mindset, and the way you look at things externally. You cannot control other people. The only thing that you can influence is your own reaction to external feedback. Bonnie contacts her other producers and asks if there are some videos that they think left a bad taste in their mouth, in particular the comments that were left, to which they answer that there are a lot of those videos. And one of the guys says that he had stomach aches after reading the comments. So much anxiety, so much unresolved issues. This goes back to never having such experiences in real life, never needing to encounter people in real life. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that bullying is good. What I'm saying is you have to be able to embrace conflicts, because those moments are exact things that will help you to thicken your own skin. If you know a little bit about Siddhartha Gautama, more known as Buddha, he was a prince living in a castle without any worry. And one day, through the hall, he saw someone passing by with a disease and he became shocked. This is the same scenario when you don't have any tools for tackling emotional problems of the real world.
How nervous I was every time a middle ground went out. And then we put out the gentrification episode. It was like the fourth comment down. It was like, these videos just keep getting worse and worse. With like some of my more recent middle grounds, like when I did like men's rights versus feminists and I cast it in incel, there are so many dislikes and so many negative comments on that video. But that's like one of the most proud videos I've ever made. And as an audience member, if you're only willing to watch things that confirm what you already find to be true, then that's just like the most boring bullshit I've ever heard. Like,
here John kind of contradicts himself, telling that you should be able to watch type of content that goes against your own beliefs, which what he doesn't do by getting anxious and feeling bad after reading rude and negative comments. I mean, I understand that many of them aren't constructive as you would wish them to be. Nevertheless, you should be able to understand where those people are coming from. And if you possess average wisdom, you would understand which ones are trolls and which ones are trying to convey some kind of a message.
that's what's also strange. It's like people are there for the comments.
So true. There's so many times where like all the comments are like, damn, I'm here too early. There's no funny comments. And I'm like, wow, really? Like half of your experience here is just scrolling, maybe not even watching the actual video.
Yeah, people don't watch all videos. They are bored and they want to do something. Comments is a way to interact with other people. So no, commenting doesn't imply that they have watched the video. And most of those first commenters are people who are restless and don't know what to do with their free time.
The one thing though that we don't really, we experience it to an extent, but not that much, is like the personal comments.
But I take it personal. Even if you're saying that what I'm doing is causing harm in the world, I take that so personally.
That's the thing, you shouldn't take them personally. That goes to show that you are very attached to your own ideas, as I said previously, which enables close-mindedness and being very sensitive to any external feedback. Imagine the nightmare of having a lifestyle where the external validation or criticism affects your day-to-day mood, your personal development, your career, and your overall well-being. Imagine to have the key to your happiness in somebody else's hands. That's bound to be a catastrophe.
That's what people don't get, is they think that we are like sitting in this super fancy media office, like commanding our army of, you know, like interns and minions. And then in the meantime, we're like snorting and like drinking LaCroix. Only half of that is true. And then they have no idea that we are sleep deprived, usually like scarfing like yesterday's leftover Panda Express, deep into credit card debt, on the verge of like existential meltdown the night before we put together these shoots. So when you're making these videos, you feel so powerless most of the time.
And I would like to mention that your job should be producing videos, putting them out there as a creative outlet for your inner vision, the way you would like to contribute to the betterment of society overall. And as human beings, we have a very easy time to take criticism closer to our heart than praise and compliments. We can receive hundreds upon hundreds compliments, letting them to swish by us, but the one negative comment always gets to us. And this is the case with these producers, which is natural. But what I'm trying to say, they should recognize that and act accordingly. Nothing external should stir your mood, neither positive nor negative. Your validation should come from statistics, from the numbers that you see on your account, which is very telling about the success of your channel, meaning that what you do is creating value.
Several days passed, and we hadn't gotten any responses other than the occasional no. So I was still spending all of my time reading and replying to as many hate comments as I could.
Then she goes on to showcase a reality show type of scenario here, showing her Word document with a lot of negative comments inserted, where she tries to sort them out and answer them one by one. Then she receives an email with confirmation that they have one person, one commenter who wants to face her, i.e. her hater.
He's one of the guys from the Me Too episode. Wait, is that the guy? I knew it was gonna be this one. God damn it. This is a horrific way to handle the subject matter. I'm really disappointed by the negligence. Of course it's gonna be one that I'm like the most scared of, and oh my god. Oh my god, all day long I've just been like, it's not gonna happen, and now it's happening, and now I have a whole other world of fears. This was not the one that I wanted to do.
Anyhow, she becomes a little bit psychotic about the comment that Bryce left, and she realizes that he's not a teenage troll wannabe intellectual, but rather a person who had some substantial criticism about their content, and she was scared to face him because she was afraid being embarrassed by him. And all in all, she contacts him, they talk and they bond, they have fun, they laugh together. And it wasn't that difficult because Bryce genuinely wanted their content to be improved, and there was nothing about him that screamed troll. This video should be a reminder that whatever you create in your life, you should always live by a motto: kill your babies. What you put out there isn't you, isn't part of you, and ultimately creativity is nothing that belongs to you. It's something that is channeled through you whenever you are grounded, whenever you are aware and conscious. This is why very few people truly succeed in life and in their professional endeavors. They keep putting themselves out there without taking things personally. They do because they believe in cause, and they do because they enjoy the process. A great video for you to watch. What do you think about Bunny's reaction? Tell me, you know the drill. But for now, Hossein, out.